This is Simple Living with Biata. My goal is to become more self-sufficient, so I'm learning new skills and new trades, like building my own home. After spending the last 2 weeks framing, a few days ago was our wall raising party. With the help of 20 friends, we got all of these walls and this massive beam lifted into place. Now, yes, all of the walls are raised, but there's a lot that I still have to get done. This whole side doesn't have OSB, neither does this wall. And the reason why we didn't sheet all of the walls is, first of all, you need your sheathing to overlap your walls. So that was one of the reasons. So that's why there's spaces like this. So it's okay that we didn't, and it's okay to put it on afterwards too. But first things first, I'm gonna get the double top plates on. This really strengthens the house because you're overlapping your top seams between your walls. And it's also a way to straighten out your walls as well. So this top plate is already in right here. And it's because these two walls were having a really hard time staying together. So that's tapped in. So I'm gonna start on this side and get all of this top corner tied in. So I'm measuring from here to here because this top plate is gonna overlap this joint here. And the other thing I'm realizing is that this would be so much easier if I had 2 sets of ladders and a boardwalk in between them or scaffolding. And I really need a tool belt because I keep walking back and forth for my tools, and I just don't like the way they sit and fit. Like they're designed for men, like realistically. It's just a comfort thing. So I'm hoping to find something that's comfortable for me. So this actually isn't working for me to do this on my own. My issue is that the second top plate up here, I can't adjust it by myself to straighten out the wall. You can see how this is overhanging. So I need someone, either Craig or my husband Cam, to go to the one end and push or pull for me so that I can adjust the top plate. So I need a second person, a ladder, and a tool belt. Okay, I'm gonna move on and try to finish up some of this OSB by myself. This isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do by yourself, so we'll see how I do. I feel like today I'm like doing one thing and then I realize I can't do it alone, doing the next thing and realizing that I need to do something else before I do that, and then realizing I need to do something else. I feel like my brain is being pulled in so many different directions, and I also have like extremely low energy right now. I'm exhausted just from this past weekend, but also like hormonally, my cycle is different than a man's cycle. So I don't get the testosterone peak every 24 hours like you guys do. I get a week of the month where I just don't want to do anything. Kind of just wish I had stayed home today. Taken an extra day, I probably should have done that. And I guess my biggest fear right now and like my biggest rush is that I want to get this closed in. I want to get the trusses up. And I had planned on getting the trusses in 2 weeks. And that is just not happening at this point. Like I still have to do all this OSB, and then I still have to do the load-bearing walls, the roof rafters for the cathedral ceiling. Then I could get my trusses, but I want to do my interior walls before I do my trusses. So there's still like 3 weeks of work left before I can get my trusses in. So I'm kind of just coming to terms with the fact that like I need to slow down a little bit. Anyways, the thing I have to do next before I put the OSB up is I have to get these wall partitions insulated. This is something that I did miss on some of the walls. I'm gonna mark those, and I'm either gonna have to fill them with spray foam insulation for the ones that I have already covered over. I thought about that, and then my thought was fleeting and I forgot about it. I'm already frustrated. I don't think I can like emotionally or physically cope with today. It's already 1, like I only have 2 hours until I pick my daughter up from school, but I think I'm gonna take the rest of the day off and take tomorrow off and then reconvene and just do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week because I'm really done and materials have sat out in the sun and the rain longer, so my home will manage without getting the trusses on as early as I wanted. Good morning. The last day I was here was a bit rough. I hadn't been listening to my body and its natural cycles. And so I decided to finish off my day. I was going to garden. I watered all of the plants in my grow bags. I went for a walk down to the beaver dam and I checked out my home from that side of the property. And then I had a half-hour nap on the floor of my shed, which was really needed. I was so exhausted. And then I spent yesterday just relaxing. It was just important for me to listen to my body. And for the last month I haven't been. And it's really important to listen to your body. And it's really important to get some rest. And that actually brings us to today's sponsorship, Birch Mattresses. I've had this mattress for about a month now, and I wanted to wait to have walls up to do this sponsorship to show you guys kind of what it's gonna look like in my room. Birch mattresses come shipped right to your door, and they're made with all natural and organic materials. This is really important to me because we try to keep our home as low tox as possible. Birch Mattresses combines all natural materials, all of which are breathable and moisture wicking, which makes it a really great option for hot sleepers like me. It's firm enough but doesn't feel stiff, and it's soft without making you sink. And I picked the Luxe Edition because it was great for lumbar support, and after working long days at the property, I want to make sure my back is supported. On top of this being a mattress with good airflow and keeping you cool as you sleep, I absolutely love that it's GOTS certified and Green Guard Gold certified. And this means there's no formaldehyde, no polyurethane foams, and no pesticides. It's so comfy, and one of my favorite parts is it doesn't smell like chemicals when you open it up, which has always been my issue with purchasing pillows, mattresses, even bedding. What's amazing is they also carry organic pillows and bedding to help you have an amazing night's sleep. And although I just opened up the bed, I've been using their pillows for the last few weeks and they're super comfortable, and again, didn't smell like chemicals when I opened up the bag. I can't wait to keep adding on to my collection with covers and duvets and bedding and more pillows because I absolutely love having a cool night's sleep, and what I currently have is not cutting it in the trailer. So I can't wait to get here and start sleeping here. So if you're looking for a new mattress, pillows, bedding, and more, visit birchliving.com/Biata to get 25% off of your mattress plus 2 free EcoRest pillows for a limited time during their 4th of July sale. And thank you so much to Birch for sponsoring this week's video. All right, back to it. And today I'm continuing that random to-do list that I started the other day, and Craig is actually gonna come help me tomorrow with the OSB. I'm realizing that most of my walls are just temporarily screwed together, so I'm gonna have to go around and start nailing them all with the proper amount of nails and get everything nice and secure. This here was one of the last walls to be framed on the wall raising party day, and I'm noticing that this one isn't supposed to be here. It's not gonna hurt anything, but I'd rather insulation be here than this, so I'm gonna sawzall it out. Now that all the corners are nailed together, next on my to-do list is putting the bolts, the nuts, on the anchor bolts. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super nervous about this. I've tried a few just by hand and they're not threading on, and I think it's because I hammered them directly into the concrete. Craig was saying I should have put the nut on top and then hammered it to not ruin the threads. So I may have ruined the threads, I may have to file them. We're just gonna see how this goes. There we go. Oh no. I'm gonna need a longer one of these to really secure it, but that's pretty cool. somehow a nail came all the way through to here. Okay. Most of these are working fine, and then there's just a few that I must have hit the wrong way when I was hammering them down that are busted. I have to replace 13 bolts. So that sucks. Next up, there's a bunch of headers without cripple studs above them that I need to nail in. And while I have them open like that, I'm gonna shove some pieces of insulation in between. I should have done this while I was making the header. And these are just like the little things that were rushed when I was trying to frame. Those two headers are insulated. It's time to cut the cripple studs for it and get it all in place. I haven't purchased a tool belt yet. I know I have to go in and try them out, but this is what I typically would have to deal with, is like so much extra slack. Like it barely Velcros. I'm gonna go shopping for one tonight, I think. One that fits more nicely than this. I have those 3 headers insulated with cripples above them, and then for the rest of the headers, I'm just gonna insulate when I go to insulate the rest of the wall. Next up, I am gonna insulate those wall partitions that I tried to start doing on Monday a few days ago. I'm just gonna stick some 2-inch and some extra 1-inch insulation there and hope that helps. So all the wall partitions I could access are now insulated. This wall partition and this wall partition are not insulated, and there's actually an anchor bolt behind one. So I'm gonna cut them out, add insulation, and nail them back together. Does anyone else get like the world's itchiest skin after using a Sawzall? It's like the worst feeling. That was a close one. I have these 2 insulated. I have 4 more 2x4s to insulate. And then I have to do this one as well, right in here. I can't believe I missed that, but I think what I'll end up doing is drilling holes and doing spray foam insulation. I'm not sure, because the reason why this is here on both sides is so that you can drill drywall into it. So I like having the wall partitions there. It's just hard to insulate them. Should have done them before I put the OSB on. All right, that's it for today, and I'll see you here tomorrow with Craig. Who's back?
Are you ready to party?
That's different.
That's good.
It does look good.
I brought some toys.
Got an extra ladder.
I got scaffolding. I was gonna say to you, you gotta start stocking up on all your stuff. Like every time you need something to work, you should just buy it. Because then that way you have, because like you're gonna keep building.
Yeah, I kind of want to keep building.
I think you should keep building too.
We have lots of new things today. I bought myself a tool belt that actually fits me. There's only one option. And then Craig brought me this like mini scaffolding. Look at how cute it is. And some other stuff. Like he's got all these fun gadgets. So we're gonna start off with nailing in the top plates, the second top plate, and then we're gonna work on sheeting the rest of the building.
You're afraid of falling. Don't be afraid of falling. No! Ah, yeah!
This little piece was the little forgotten piece. And we're having a hard time because there's nothing on the back end of it. So it just keeps snapping and bending and it's not working.
This is a lesson in how to do something 3 times before you get it right.
Finally got the piece up. On to the second top plate now. So the 2 top plates that are overlapping on the next double top plate that we're doing, the one is like a 1/4 inch too high. So Craig is gonna plane off this section so that it just fits in, and it's kind of like a fake it. Interrupting planer. It's kind of like a fake it till you make it.
Fake it.
Fake it till you make it. We have all the double top plates up, and now it's time to do the rest of the sheeting. I'm super excited because it gives it lateral strength and it's gonna really make the windows pop, which I'm so excited about. We're doing the big wall now, which is really exciting. I'm so excited to see this window once all the OSB is up.
Mr. Whacker. Shaking up there a little.
That was terrifying. Craig is doing the other side because I got a bit too spooked up there. I was freaking out a bit. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that Craig is my stepdad, but what you might not know is that he was actually my swim coach first. So yeah, he's been coaching me and barking orders at me since I was, I think, 12. It takes a really cool person to be able to teach and coach, especially within the trades. So I'm thankful I'm learning so much from him.
I did not coach a wuss.
Oh, you didn't coach me how to climb a ladder. I don't like heights. I didn't like that at all, but all of the OSB is up on this side. For now, it looks worse. Eventually, it will look better again.
Ooh,
we did some work today.
We did a lot of work. Like solid now. It's like a hard structure.
Yeah. Whereas earlier today, we were like, whoa.
But guess who's afraid to go up a ladder?
Yeah. I don't know if I'll get over that fear.
I'm out of here. Adios.
Thank you, Craig. Everyone say thank you to Craig. Woohoo! Good morning. It's a new day. Wow, it echoes in here. I still have some OSB to do, but I really want to get this window cut out because I think it's going to make such a difference. And I need to finish sheeting this side, which shouldn't be too much work. Holy crap. That looks so good. Wow. I am covered. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. I don't think I have ever seen a kitchen window this big. This is where our sink is going to go, and this will be my view. Next up, I'm gonna cut out this little portion and this section out of the window here to get the full effect. All the windows and doors on this side are cut out, and it looks so good. And of course, it's important to see the view of what the house is gonna look like when you drive up the driveway. All right, last two. And I don't think I'm gonna do the triangles. That feels a bit too insane. Oh dear. Hey, Bucky boy, hi. Oh, wow. I can't wait till the top triangle is cut out. What an incredible view. Time to fill all of these OSB sections that are missing, and up here as well. And I can't sheet up here yet because I need to make a decision about something that's really bothering me. Originally, I wanted the window where it was because it lines up really nicely with like this corner part here. But my issue is that the roof rafters that are going from the beam down to the load-bearing wall here are dropping down below this header by 2 inches, which takes this header from 10 inches tall to 8 inches tall. But this spacing here is 10 inches. This spacing here is 10 inches, and this spacing on this side is 10 inches. So I'm worried that this section above here is going to look too thin, which means I need to shorten these cripple studs and bring the sill plate down a couple of inches. And then I can add a filler piece underneath this header. And I've been avoiding it the last few days, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I think for the remainder of my day, I'm taking the sill plates down, I'm taking the cripple studs down, I'm shortening them, and I'm reframing it. Here goes nothing. You might think, wow, Biata, you're a little psycho for caring about 2 inches, but my background is in design. It really matters to me, so I'd rather just take the time and fix it. I got the one done. The other is gonna have to wait for another day. I have to go pick up my daughter from school. I'm in a bit of a rush. Good morning. We are back on a Saturday to try to get the house wrap done. All right, it's time to get to work.
All wrong. Saturday. Just kidding.
You're gonna be on the roll.
Okay.
Tires, honey. And then, woohoo! Is this normal to have like a perforation throughout? It goes all the way through.
Wait, did I just catch it on a nail just now?
No, it was.
That's brutal.
Yeah. We have to take this down already.
Nothing is simple about this living.
It's true. It's really not. This was supposed to be like
spoiler alert.
Like a homesteading channel, and we're like building stuff.
It does beat the fact that originally she was trying to move me into a yurt. I'm okay with this. This is gonna be worth it.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. So right now with the ladder out, I'm just hammering the top. I'm gonna have to go around and re-hammer all of the bottom sections. I still have to sheet these sides and up here before we do house wrap on the front. All right guys, that is it for this week's video. We have the windows cut out, the OSB up, the house wrap up, and there's so much more to get done. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can always be up to date, and like and comment. It's a huge help to me and my family. And with that, I will see you next week.